Hey everybody, it's King, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already subscribed, click subscribe right now, and let's get into this picture we're looking at now. Is apparently the Compton, California Sheriff's Department gang. Apparently, they're calling themselves the 28, and that's the symbol right there. And they're under investigation right now. Sad indeed. Supposedly there's been a whole bunch of nonsense, and the guy that reported actually shed light on it was another sheriff's deputy. Just he called in a complaint of watching another deputy assault one of his co-workers. Called in a complaint to an anonymous internal affair line, and that was intercepted by someone, or apparently sent back to the department, and now he's labeled as a snitch and he's fearing for his life. So that lets you know, my guys and gals out there, that you can't trust anyone. And I'm gonna tell you why. Here's some wisdom. We're human, and humans decide to be evil or good based on your habits. And apparently these fellows just have on the uniform, but they're still human, and they're still corrupt and evil. So remember that. Remember that. It's not the uniform a law enforcement official puts on. It's the person inside the uniform that makes it corrupt. So let's take a look at the tattoo. They mark the members with tattoos. So check out the tattoo. Now here's a picture of the tattoo. Now I'm going by with the news reports and the guy that reported the incident with assaulting the fellow sheriff deputy officer, that this tattoo is what the members of this gang here in Compton, California. Sounds funny, doesn't it? Gang in Compton. We know about the Crips and Bloods and, you know, some of the Hispanic gangs. But now the Sheriff Department has 28, the executioners, they call them, in Compton, California, supposed to be law enforcement. So this is the tattoo. And I guess this would be an easy investigation. All you have to do is find the people who have the tattoo. Just make them, well, we need to make sure you don't have the tattoo, but still, just them having a tattoo, oh my goodness, it just sounds crazy, doesn't it? So let's go to the video of the people talking about their encounters with this the Sheriff Department deputies out there in Compton.
The shooting in the back by deputies of the security guard Guardado. Recently, the allegations of a gang supposedly operating out of the station. And now we have known and pretty much well respected members of this community talking about their interactions with some deputies. And it's not pleasant what they're describing. Listen.
I have over 100 and some odd kids in my youth academy, and this was the worst day of my life.
The president of the LA City Wildcat Youth Academy says he was at Looters Park in the company van with kids getting ready for the pre-Thanksgiving event last year when deputies stopped to talk to him.
They said I fit the description of someone they were looking for. They handcuffed me, and all of a sudden, all the kids in the community ran up to me and said, "Please do not arrest my coach. He is a good man. We're in his program."
He ended up at county jail for the night until it was all sorted out.
I was so humiliated to be locked in a shower butt naked with over 200 men waiting to be processed.
She grabbed one of my arms and she knocked this, and she put me in handcuffs.
You may recognize Yermel Henderson, owner of the Taco Mel restaurants that began as food trucks in Compton. He says it was indeed a Compton deputy that stopped him when he was driving a rental car.
She's like, "Oh, I know who you are. I heard of you."
Henderson adds he asked why he was being stopped, let alone having a gun pointed at him.
She said, "Oh, this is what we do in Compton," and it's horrible.
He says the deputy eventually let him go, no charges, supposedly saying,
she said, "I'll be there at your restaurant for a care package."
He said what's up to me, so I said what's up to him. And he busted you, pulled me over in my yard, ran my license, knew I didn't have a warrant or anything.
That's because well-known coach Chris Francis has been busy coaching legendary high school basketball teams for the last 18 years.
Asked me to roll down my windows. I didn't want to roll down my windows. He threatened to bust all my windows out of my car.
That didn't happen when his neighbors stepped in. He was never arrested.
You know, it's scary all over the world, but it's a little bit different out here.
Compton Sheriff's Station has recently been the target of protest over questionable shootings and other complaints by the city, which pays $22 million a year for the contract.
And I can remember when I first moved here 30 years ago, we knew the police officers, you know. We played ball with the police officers. The police officers were involved with us. Now, they just come here and basically just make money in our city and treat us how they want, and then they get on about their day.
Now, the only comment we were able to get from the sheriff is something they put out on Twitter saying that there are multiple investigations on all these incidents. They're open to the FBI coming in to investigate, but the city attorney here in Compton is saying no. He wants the California state attorney general, the U.S. Justice Department to step in. I'm Art Gonzalez reporting from Compton. Back to you guys.
I see some of the horror stories from the local residents in Compton. And here is the account of the sheriff deputy, this guy, Art Gonzalez. Now, remember I was telling you he had anonymously reported the fellow Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy to Internal Affairs for assaulting a colleague behind the parking lot of the Compton station. A text popped on his phone. There was a photo of graffiti scrawled on a dial pad at the station parking lot entrance. "Art is a rat," it read. So it's amazing that now apparently, you know, of course, anyone would be in fear of their life or thinking or paranoid of an assault or attempted murder or a murder. You're the target. So, and like I say, guys and gals out there, you listening to me, listen to me. We are the masters of our own destiny. We are the masters of destruction, of creation of good. These individuals are of evil because they practice it. See, I'm not judging anybody, but if we do evil, we hurt people, then we are on the dark side. We are listening to darkness. But it's opposite. We're trying to do good, doing good to people. And when this man who probably didn't get all this nonsense, didn't want to join this whole call gang, and he was trying to expose it, this is what happens when you go against evil people. Because evil people that's in a same mindset can come up against you and attack you. Just like good people can come up and support you and protect you. So, we can just continue reading. One of the first instances of retaliation that continued for months exacted by the execution of a band of deputies with matching tattoos that wields vast power at the Compton station, he alleged in the claim filed against Los Angeles County. The claim says the group, sporting tattoos of a skull with Nazi imagery and an AK-47, celebrates the deputies' shootings and the induction of new members with inking parties. In recent years, the claim says its members were involved in setting illegal arrest quotas and threatening work slowdowns, which involve ignoring and responding slowly to calls when they did not get preferred assignments. So, like I said, their actions speak for themselves. So hopefully this investigation goes well and you can lock some of these guys up. Hopefully lock them up. Because it's sad you can't even trust law enforcement. I've been telling people that. I've been around. I know how this works. Naive people have no idea how this works, but I know how it works. And have the things I've saw in my eyes, I'm telling you. So if you're naive and you never saw anything and you think that everybody is good, that's put on a uniform, you're a fool. But this goes to show you, and I'm going to end this right here. This goes to show you that I want to definitely bring this to your mind. Think about this. We are all human, and it doesn't matter what we put on. It could be nurse scrubs, doctors uniform, you know what they dress in, the coat, have a stethoscope. I can put on a fireman gear from the fire department, put on the badge and the officer uniform. And you know what makes me different is I'm a good human being. So it wouldn't matter what uniform I put on. I'm not out there to hurt you, harm you, talk bad to you, hold you down, kill you, rape you, do none of that. Because I had to report to a higher authority. Because we all gonna leave here one day. And when we leave here, if you think you won't be punished for what you do here, you're a fool too. So remember that. They may get away with these small things here, but when they die, when you leave this body, you are where you're supposed to be, in torment or at peace. So just remember that. It's the person, not the uniform. So people out there, don't be upset at all officers. All officers are not evil. Now, here's another thing I want you to pay attention to. If you have any cop friends out there, law enforcement, tell them if they're good people, they're going to have to stand up like this man did and face the evil in their department, because that's the problem. They let these people run roughshod over the public, causing all kind of nonsense, and then they say, oh, I'm a good cop. Oh, no, see, buddy, you've let the majority rule for not standing up to them. And if you don't stand up to evil, it'll continue. When good people do nothing, then evil will always reign. Remember that. That's a true statement. So don't sit around if you claim you're a great law enforcement official and you just for the people and all of that, and you watch these people you work with kill people, rape, plant drugs on people, all that. You just as guilty, and that's the bottom line. And I want to hear from you guys. You listen to this video, you made it this far, you leave a comment and let me know what do you think. What about good so-called officers just let it slide, seeing their fellow officers who do evil, let it slide and watch people die and wrongfully accused, sent to prison for no reason. So I want you to comment on it. What do you think about it? You can do more research on these guys. This the Compton Sherrif Department, Los Angeles County there, and the executioners, call them the executioners. You can do more research on them. Just Google it. You'll see more videos and law enforcement there being investigated. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you click like, subscribe, and comment. I'd like to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and also stay safe out there. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later.